blasting on Facebook a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't use the platform too much, so I'm just like, if people who will see this will see this. People who use it normally probably won't. And I blasted an email to the teams that I'm in at work, and they're like, "Here's a bunch of money." So I like went from like 125 to 235 in like a day, and I'm just like, "Oh, okay."
Nice. Yeah, I don't. I've just been blasting Twitter. That's really it.
All right, let's start game.
Surprisingly, the official, they probably have a bot that's doing it, but the official Extra Life Twitter account has, retweeted me. So, but it's probably just
Nice.
a bot. And a bot that's like, you mentioned Extra Life. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'd do that if I had a twatter.
Get a twatter then. It's another social media platform you'd have to worry about, though.
Yeah, that's the problem. I already get super like anxious whenever I'm dealing with like freaking Facebook as a whole.
Yeah.
So it's just like I really don't want to add Twitter to this.
Yeah, I don't. I'm an online social butterfly, so I don't really have issues.
See, for me, like my socialness happens on like
Oh, hi.
Discord and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I'm more social on Discord as well, which I'm dealing with something on Discord but when it comes to like Twitter stuff, I've got like 3 different Twitter accounts, and for one,
I had one that's sole purpose was just to retweet when I was live, and it stopped working, and I don't remember the password, and because I haven't been, I mean, I take it seriously in that I'm doing this regularly, and I'm trying to get like a small following and stuff, and have ideas that I'm trying to get more people to watch me.
Yeah.
Before I quit entirely, but like, in all honesty, it's like, this is like, I'm not expecting too much from this, nor am I trying to go anywhere with it.
Right.
I'm like, if people watch me, yay.
Just
follow me, watch me, and chat with me. You don't have to subscribe. I really don't care if I get money or not.
Yeah. Whereas opposed to me, I do have the dream of someday. I mean, it's a dream I've always had, to be able to support myself through content creation. This is not like a new fad for me. This is what I went to school for over a decade ago.
Yeah.
Am I doing it? No. Have I been able to do it yet? No. But, I still dreamed of doing it, so I still make somewhat of an attempt.
Yeah. For me, it was one of those things. Yes, we're still on Borderlands 1. We're doing DLCs.
Yeah, we're on DLCs because we took a break last week to go play Dead by Daylight.
We probably would. This would either be the last one, or we'd be moving on to.
Yeah, we probably can move on to pre-sequel next time around. Well, honestly,
I probably just should do it in general, because we've got Tiny Tina's coming, and I don't actually want to miss out on that release.
Right.
And I still do want to do 3 just because I haven't actually played it yet.
Yeah. The good thing about the later games is that shit actually scales.
Yeah, so it doesn't get quite as
Yeah. The stuff actually scales, and in 3 particular, everything scales to you. Like, we can both join, like, if I join with a maxed out character and you join on a level 1, everything you're fighting is effectively level 1, whereas everything I'm fighting is, max level.
Oh, I used it right.
Kind of like what WoW did there in Legion when they did the invasions. The one of the good things that they designed.
Which is funny because they kind of stole the concept from 14 and Guild Wars 2, but
14,
in my opinion, they upped it better because
14 you scaled to the level of the encounter.
Right, and it was the same for Guild Wars 2, whereas WoW was just like, I want to scale everybody else to everyone else around you.
Yeah.
So the encounter scales to you, rather than you scaling to it.
So 3 does that. I can join you, not make a million times harder. Yeah. Yeah.
Basic.
Because yeah, no, that happens in this game where everything.
Like the game scales to more people being in it, but it also scales to like a combination level. And if you're way weaker than us, it just doesn't work.
Yeah. Whereas even in 2, like they handle that better in 2.
2 still has the thing where it basically just scales down to the weakest person.
Yeah, it scales.
But still group scales. Because I had max people in a game where I was on the first playthrough, and it's just like, yeah, they're all wiping through. I think, are you okay over there?
Apparently not. I'm a sniper, and I'm dead.
I was trying to grab you real quick, but I needed to clear the area first.
I'm a sniper. Unfortunately, they're zombies, and I can't really see them until they're on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but the difference is where in 1 it scales to the average high-level parties. In 2, it scales to your low members or your or whatever the quest area is in. But
yeah.
The weapon scaling themselves is much more better, so you actually do damage.
Yeah.
And then the weapon drops are actually scaled to if you're in a party versus not being a party. So a 4-player weapon is going to hit a lot harder than a solo player weapon.
Yeah, you get more rare items.
Played a very different Borderlands 2. Yeah, this is shit that I remember from playing Borderlands 2. I mean, I played Borderlands 2 what?
6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah, 6 or 7 years ago. Mostly solo. I think with you a couple times.
You played with me a couple times after I got the game, which was long after. This is not the way we want to go. Oh no, here it is.
But I mean, I'm probably going to be still showing up with my high-level psycho, because
my plan is I'm going to be playing because I usually like playing the what's it called? The
Mechanomancer or
no, well,
Siren?
I like playing the Mechanomancer, but I really like playing what's it called? The fucking
You killed me. You second-winded yourself as I went to heal you, but dropped me from the explosion.
Yeah, well, it was a suicide guy. The chick with the magic powers.
Maya?
Fucking...
As I said? The Siren?
The Sirens, yeah, sorry. You said name, and I'm just like, I only know the classes.
Maya.
Yeah,
Who
Maya.
they do dirty in 3, so...
Yeah, I heard they do her really dirty in 3. Which is weird because you also have Lilith, who they did really good in 2.
Yeah, well, the problem is it really felt like they were trying to push whoever this new Siren was that they introduced in 3.
Which kind
but
of makes
no
you
one
feel really bad with...
No one really liked. And it's really bad because it's a force, now you need to like them type of situation.
Yeah, which is worse when you look at what they did with Lilith in, I believe, both games.
Yeah.
And it's just like, alright, I get it, Lilith is cool, but why are you sucking her fem dick so fucking hard?
Yeah.
And just completely ruining, like I honestly, playing the other Siren, I'm just like, I like her better than Lilith, but for some reason, you guys are really on this she's cooler train, and then all of a sudden it's just like, by the way, like, apparently this character that some of you liked, we're gonna treat like absolute shit, even though, in my opinion, she was a lot more interesting in terms of power sets than Lilith was. Who is basically a fire mage in a game with guns.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the, they definitely did a lot better job with the characters in the second game than they did in the first game, I can tell you that, so.
Apparently the third game.
And in the third game. I mean, the characters are really fun in the third game, but Kamara's pretty fucking cool.
And then there's Tiny Tina, a character I liked so much that I made a fucking an RPG character based around it. She had a
I mean,
robot.
Tiny Tina is so awesome that she's getting her entire own game on top of her already own card game on top of.
Wait, she has a card game?
Yeah, she has a card game.
That's news to me.
Actually, it's a Claptrap card game, but it's Tiny Tina's like Tea Party or something like that, where you're assembling claptraps to go to your Tiny Tina's Tea Party. I have it if you ever want to play it. It's pretty fun, actually.
I mean, I don't see why not. Maybe we could do it when we go to when we're allowed back in person. I have fire powers. This isn't gonna work.
Tell me about it. Coming. I'm coming.
Got him.
You got him though. At least at the very least, when it comes to 2, like loot, they kind of changed how loot slightly works enough. So, like when you pick up ammo, everyone gets ammo.
Yeah. Yeah, I realized that. I'm just like, oh, I'll switch to punching him because I'm running low on health, and it's just like, I'm using fire elements. That did not work. It did not work.
Pumpkinhead is on fire, dude.
Yep.
But, yeah, I mean, I say. And then there's Tina, who they love so well. She has 2 of her own games on top of, you know, being in 1, 2, and 3. But she doesn't really show up too much in 3, honestly.
Yeah, from what I heard, the story writer was just like, I wanted Tina in the game, but I didn't want too much of her to be annoying.
Yeah.
So they went with a very much less is more approach, which sounds like it worked.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, so that entire scene too, by the way, is it's Tina, Brick, and Mordecai in that one section that they're in.
Or 2 or
In
3?
3.
Okay.
So the section in which Tina actually appears is also the only section in which Mordecai and Brick appear.
Yeah. That's fine. I don't want to fight you guys right now. I just kind of want to get to where I'm going. I think that was the problem with like why I really liked and also just could not stand this DLC is you eventually get to the point with the zombies. It's like, I'm really just trying to get to where I'm going here.
Yeah, you guys are just in the way.
Oh, you're running the right way.
I'm not even moving.
You're also stuck.
No, I stepped away from my keyboard for 2 seconds.
Oh, I did not know that.
I needed to shut the door. Okay. Dogs had. I had left my dog a door cracked, and the dogs decided that they were going to
Come for a visit.
come check out what was going in. See if I had any snacks.
I hear the human talking. They have food. Let's go see.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah.
So onwards to what?
On to other topics.
On to other topics. On to not complaining about this game because I don't want to be like, oh, we're playing this game that we hate. It's like, no, actually, we both really like this game. We just have some complaints that are literally like fixed in future games.
There's things that are fixed in future games, and this game just shows its age.
Yeah.
Because it's a good 15, 20-year-old game at this point.
Less than 15. It's around 10 because it came out while I was when I lived in New England.
Okay. But all right. So, anyways, Total Warhammer 3.
Actually, thick boys.
I actually watched the trailer. I actually watched the trailer and the ogre's doing a song, and I'm like, yep, this is a pretty fun song.
I'm like, this is probably going to be his faction. Let me tell him about it. And it's just like, apparently this is going to be his faction.
I mean, I've always liked ogres.
Yeah.
Like,
you like ogres, you just like dwarves more.
Yeah. Dwarves and ogres. If I've always said if I were to get back into, like, ogres were always one of the armies that I'm like, these are my top 3 armies in which I would play. Yeah. Ogres were, so it's dwarves first, ogres second, and third was lizardmen. So
yeah, and we settled on being an ogre or being a dwarf because airship pirates, more or less, is the reason that won.
And yeah, in Age of Sigmar, it's airship pirates.
Oh my god, I want vampires so bad. I feel so cock-teased.
Yeah, which they need to hurry up and bring back, do the old world and reveal, vampires or stuff like that. Or ogre kingdoms there.
I feel like vampires are going to be a little ways off.
More than likely.
Vampire counts might come just because they are going to be within the region that shit happens in.
Yeah, I mean, the vampire counts are going to be a thing because they need their undead faction.
Yeah.
Which is, well, it depends on whether they have Nagash versus the vampire counts.
Yeah, so...
Because Nagash those are technically 2 different factions.
Well, Nagash versus the vampires, and then you have the Tomb Kings versus all of them.
Yeah, which is a third undead faction.
Yeah, I can see it's going to be one of them. I'm curious if it's going to be Tomb Kings for the sake that people who had Tomb Kings army are complaining that their army was taken away from them, which, fair, they still haven't come back, really.
Yeah.
The closest you got is the OCR, tax collectors. I'm not fucking better about that army at all, honest.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, so in Old World, I can definitely see Tomb Kings coming back, but it's whether or not we're getting Vamp Counts or Legions of Nagash. Which, honestly, they were effectively the same thing?
Legions of Nagash... Yeah, Legions of Nagash and Vampire Counts were more or less the same thing. The difference is Legions of Nagash could take certain Tomb Kings things that Vampire Counts could not.
Yeah. Well, the answer in older editions of Warhammer Fantasy, Vampire Counts was the undead army, and then there was Tomb Kings.
Yeah.
There's only 2 different factions. Legion of Nagash was not its own faction, so...
Oh, you got flowers.
Aww. But yeah.
I'm personally probably gonna just simp for the lady and play Bretonia, but that's just because I got really into
Kadron, I can tell you already, Kadron overlords do not exist in the old world. So
no.
It's going to be dwarves unless ogres are coming out. I can tell you that.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if ogres came out, but it probably will be a while. Did that fucking Lance guy just drop a fucking turret?
He did.
Damn.
Behind you.
Yeah, there's also one on you behind you. We don't talk about it, Chad.
Yeah, you don't talk about it. And can't play vampires, yeah. Which, I mean, you might be sad about that cock tease of the underworld pirates, but I mean, we called it was going to be an underworld thing. Honestly,
we did call it, like, you and I talking, we're like, it's probably going to be an underworld thing. But my problem was, it still felt like they were trying to go from the theme of, oh, it's going to be all pirates, and it's just like, that was a lie.
I mean, it was technically all pirates. It's a pirate crew.
I mean, yes, that specifically was all pirates, but I meant, like, a lot of the what they were going to show was going to be pirates, or so I thought. These guys are big and scary.
It was badass, that's why. They're 2 badasses.
Yeah, it's 2 badasses, that's the problem.
But, I mean, I'm gonna be serious. I'm gonna buy the ogre pirate.
I mean, I know you're gonna buy the ogre pirate. It's an ogre and a pirate.
It's an ogre and it's a pirate. And honestly, let's be serious. How much does it look like me
This is fair.
in a pirate outfit? Which I own a pirate outfit, so.
I will admit, I complaining about it just because I wanted vampires, but
Yeah.
fact of the matter is, it does have a grot who's literally holding like a fucking like.
Excuse me, sir. That's a Noblar, not a grot. They're totally different.
My bad.
Even
I'm
though
sorry,
they're
I
the
mixed up
same
my
exact
two
thing.
Fucking baby goblins. My fucking bad here.
Noblars. Noblars are goblins from the mountains. Come on.
Wow, I'm punching him for a shit ton of health, but I can't get close.
Alright. Let me pull out my sniper rifle. Where is my sniper rifle?
Skaven. They're honestly, I really do like Skaven. I always thought it'd be fun to play an army of Skaven. Why I will never play a Skaven? I don't want to paint that many models.
I mean, all you can really do to paint your average Skaven is just, you know, prime and dry brush and call it a day.
Prime wash, dry brush, call it, especially for slaves. If you don't mind doing a lot of brown. My problem was I wanted to make them very colorful. I wanted to make them stand out.
Yeah, you can't really do that with
You can.
Skaven
It's
in
just
general.
a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Spray and paint them brown.
You can paint them. You can play in black or brown. Go with brown because it's easier than black.
Yeah. If you really want it, you add a couple spots here and there.
Okay, this is gonna be hard to say.
Who the fuck are you and how did you get there?
One of my reanimated corpses sorta ate Bill today. And by sorta,
How did you get down there?
he's now crapping his bones
Oh,
in
there
the
we
yard.
are.
The good news is he's already paid
Yeah.
me rent.
I did not see the door at all.
Bitch about toenail clippings that totally weren't even mine. Not to mention the popcorn shenanigans. Consider this my solemn promise to begin attempting evil for the sake of profit.
I mean, you could always make the mistake I did when I first started doing orcs.
Guys would never support me in this. I hope no one ever finds these.
Do camo.
You do camo on orcs.
I was doing so I was gonna do that for my IG, and I might still do that. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the coat and all the normal colors first.
Yeah. I mean,
so I have a fully painted army, and then do the camo after.
the easiest way to do the camo, honestly, would be grab a stencil and airbrush. Anyways, these days.
Yeah, but I wanted to. It's because the IG are specifically just a relaxing, casual project for me, not like anything super deep.
Yeah.
It's literally a hobby project. Like at the end, will I end up with an army? Yes. Is it going to be very customized? Yes, because I'm using a lot of Necromunda kits to build it. Do I care overly much, like, about playing it? No, it's really a hobby find for me.
Well, let's say, even then, too, you don't even need to do an airbrush and stencil. If you really want to get down and dirty with it, you can do the, just painter's tape and spray paint.
Yep. My goal is I'm basically, because they're so small, I'm going to do triangles.
Yeah.
I'm going to do one very light near white triangle, and I'm going to do one black triangle on the gray cloaks and hope it looks good. And if it doesn't, I'm going to do
I'm fairly certain.
desert tan.
I'm fairly certain that website I linked you to there, the Fallout Hobbies or whatever, has a small
Yes.
diamonds stencil
Yeah, it does for all of the
for Harlequins.
yeah.
Technically for Harlequins, but you know, the stencil which I want to pick up from them actually is the Dragon Scales one.
Yeah.
Talk about? Dude, we just talked about this. Where was I?
Array located.
From the stale clenches of death.
I mean, technically speaking, I can do with Kill Team if I do my camo orcs, I can still do camo easily enough on them without too much difficulty.
There was a fun one I saw somebody doing the Bad Company.
Bad Company.
Bad
Nice.
company.
But I do get around to playing them at some point. Kill Team. Gotta still get around to playing Kill Team at some point.
Yeah, I have found out that Kill Team's in this weird place of a lot of people really like the rules and want to play it, but they're just playing something else. Like, I'm playing Malifaux and Necromunda, you're playing Malifaux.
Yeah.
You know, other people are doing like Age of Sigmar, and it's just like, yeah, I want to do this, but I'm really busy and don't have time for it. So it kind of gets... Kill Team. The new rules for Kill Team, like, it's super good and people really like it, but people are also just like, I'm busy doing other stuff instead.
How the fuck did you get there? Did you jump over?
I jumped over a wall.
Oh.
Wow, he's super dead.
Yeah, no, there's a Kill Team. A lot of people want to play it. No one's really playing it, though.
He's commenced cowering in terror from zombie presence. Thank you, game.
Dish position, or at least close enough. Transmission commencing on 56K connection. Please wait.
I'll find my way over there eventually.
Yep, that's okay. Take your time. No rush.
Thank you for using
I kind of have him tricked at the moment anyways.
Stellar Science Magician to send your message.
Well, that fucking happened.
Yeah.
The Jacobs Corporation would like to extend a warm and friendly thank you
Jacobs
for
Otter.
informing us of Dr. Ned's malfeasance. Money has been wired to your account as a show of gratification. Your nonverbal acceptance of this tender enters you into a contractual obligation as an employee of the Jacobs Corporation, and you now need to return to Jacobs Cove and await further instructions under duress of termination. Like, we'll kill you. We've sent a contact
Like-
Oh,
moving.
okay, game. Under duress of termination. Like, we'll kill you. Fucking okay, game. Calm it down. Hoist up the thing, turn
But,
on the what's it? Stuff that thing's spinning, somebody should stop it. Turn us to port, that's not port, I got it.
But yeah.
Promise I'm in control.
Speaking of more Malifaux stuff, actually.
Actually, I think we want to go this way.
No. Okay.
Never mind.
Hey, speaking of more Malifaux
the
stuff,
square's
I
up
come to
here.
the realization I only need to drop like 20 more bucks and then I'll get 120 store credit. So
Yeah, and then you
that-
can buy a whole
I can-
thing.
could buy a keyword.
Yeah. Fuck, keep falling down. I also need to call when Sean's working so I can have him put in an order for me.
Yeah. I think that's what. Well, he's there like Friday nights or something like that.
He's there most of the week, but like especially Fridays
Yeah.
because he helps with the magic stuff.
I know you could also just call him like a Thursday and be when the owner's there. Whatever his name is that I'm currently drawing a blank on.
Jason.
Jason, yeah.
Uh,
Thursdays during the day.
come on, I got appeared this way before.
Okay, for the follow. Come on, you can do it.
All right, I'll just keep going this way. There's a wall I was able to jump over here somewhere.
Here's the real question: where the fuck's the actual path to get around? Actually, getting around there.
Oh, it's this way ish. I was just trying to take the shortcut I had taken.
You've gotten too used to speed running stuff, trying to
Yeah.
find all these cheats.
To be fair, I've been doing a lot of practice. There's stairs over here. Okay, here we go. This is where we want to jump up. I really want him to be dead before he kills you. Who is vomiting? Never mind,
one of
I'm
them
falling
are.
off.
Yeah, I'm up here.
Alright, fucking garbage.
Yeah, you just need to call when he. Or as I said, you can always call on like a Thursday when like everybody's there.
Oh, did you teleport back?
Apparently, I died.
Yeah, you went
my
down.
timer did not. Okay. My
You might
timer.
have hit the button on accident.
Maybe.
Luckily, literally spawned next to where we were standing.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. Okay, there's another one of you.
How's it hard to... Headshot. Oh. Thank you. There we go. We're going in the wrong direction there.
Yep. Well, that's the thing, is like there's a huge wall down the center and we have to turn around and go back the other way.
Ah. Zombie.
I avoided a lot of this by just running across the rooftops the last time.
Punk zombies.
Punk zombies,
Where?
what?
They're punk
There's no
zombies.
punk
Look
zombies.
at all these punk zombies.
They're rabble rousers now.
Yeah. Rabble rousers. Accuracy. Yeah, I still haven't actually. How did I miss like all of those shots? My aim wasn't even on that part of the keyboard. How did I already release?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's still going like really fast. And it's supposed to reset when you respawn.
Yeah, it's supposed to restart when you spawn. That's new, or that's old. That's not in the later games.
Are you done again?
I mean, I spawned and I'm being swarmed.
Fucking fast. Come this way.
Not in the later games, that's for sure.
Got it. Get you out the way first.
Yeah, they removed it too. Okay, yeah, as I said, that wasn't a thing before. No, the answer is it was a thing before, but no one remembers this game because it was over a decade ago.
Signal survive.
Survive. Take a ride. Take a ride.
Which means there's gonna be a shit ton of zombies coming out of nowhere. I think this is a very much instance that I picked one at random, but I think we just sped run like the entirety of the story for this.
Maybe.
That location will have its face melted off. The Jacobs Corporation will largely regret that face was
Okay, calm down, game.
Stop. 2 seconds and my already been spawned. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, so I know I've been talking a lot about like pressers lately. Speaking of zombies,
Speaking of
I
zombies.
figured this week we try to talk about Bayou and see what we can do about getting you
There apparently was a clerical error, and your ride hasn't been dispatched yet. I'm working to resolve the problem. Sorry about that. Have a nice day.
Lady, please. I don't want to hate you. You seem like a really hilarious character, but fucking fuck off.
Yeah, what about bio? What are we talking about bio? As I said,
Bye.
so my choice of
Zip.
between bio is either going to be Zip or Ma next.
Yeah.
Which is the question.
It's really hard. I mean, whichever one you don't get, I'll just get their starter box for you for, like, Christmas.
Yeah. But I feel like I should go with Ma because I already have a couple of her things.
I do feel mods like a little easier in like the oh hey, I don't have to collect as much like department. Like you can get that crew going faster.
Well, as I said, I already own Sparks and the Mechanized Pork Chop and Survivors because I already got that box, bioengineering box, because they're Trixie, which is Ma.
They're Trixie, but they're also
Foundry.
yeah, I know your opinion about Ophelia, the bestest girl.
Surprisingly, Ophelia is not on my top 3 list of what I'm trying to purchase for Bio yet.
Yeah, the reason why it's surprising is because Box is a huge Gunline fan.
I'm down.
I'm getting you.
I can see it on the radar. Any minute now. Remember to avoid the landing zone during final descent. See,
It will kill you.
I'd take care of it.
Yeah, that red arrow, if we're standing there when it lands, it will kill you.
Ah.
Like instantly, you don't even get like a save your life kind of thing.
But what do we think? But yeah, I mean, you say it sounds surprising, but I mean, I don't know.
It sounds surprising because it's not even in your top 3, more specifically. Like I get why Brewmaster's there, but it's just like you've got Ma.
Yeah.
Who is like she's just like your tech user, so it's just like, oh, it makes sense why you why you like them.
Well, it's not. Well, to say it's not particularly Ma herself that I like. It's the fact that with her title card and Sparks, you can have a Gremlin robot army.
Yeah.
Easily, because she's going to be riding a giant spider, a robot spider. Bioengineering is all robots. The new cross keyword is also another robot.
Right.
That's what amuses me by there. Because really, my top pick is Zip.
A simple premeditated murder, and you'll be on your way. Easy peasy. Dr.
Okay.
has become a liability. Take care of that liability, zombie killer. And we'll clean up the mess. New missions are available at the Jacob's Coder bounty board. There's gravy and biscuits in it for you, and by that I mean gobs of money. Take care.
Gravy and biscuits, huh?
Oh, I almost forgot.
Gravy and biscuits. But yeah, no, I mean, as I say, my real top. So my top picks really are Brewmaster #1 and Zip for number two.
Yeah, and then Ma for what she can kind of do. I think you'll really like Ophelia when you get to her, but I know that you want to start with Zip and Ma first.
Yeah.
I don't think you're a huge fan of Summoners, so I don't think you'll like.
I mean, Summers is kind of my bottom of my list, so.
Yeah.
Honestly, that is the bottom. So.
Yeah. It's like you literally have Big Hat and you're not interested in playing it at all. To be fair, I think that's gonna be Corey with Dreamer because he just seems so uninterested when I'm just like, oh yeah.
And then there's Dreamer.
Work
Yep.
here is
And
tough,
then there's
but
Dreamer.
honest. In the trees, Anna. The
But,
trees are
I
amazing.
think you'll like
Wouldn't believe
Ulix
your
just because I
eyes.
think you're gonna find him like a
Never seen
meme.
anything like
Even
them.
though he's really good, he's very memey.
I feel
Yeah.
sad to cut them down.
Very
But
ridiculous.
It will all be worth it if I can get back to you with the money
Oh,
required
well,
for
I
us
didn't
to
mean to
have
do
a
that.
fresh start. I'm dreaming about a nice homestead in the Doll Headland. Think on it. Missing
We-
you, Hank.
Like everything
Tell
has
Sally
gotten
that I
real
love the
quiet,
hat
but I
she
can't
sent.
actually hear
I
anything
wear it
being
every
said by
day.
Hank.
Yeah.
The men tease me a bit, but they don't know
Let's
the
try
joy
traveling
that
again.
a child's love can
Yeah,
bring.
I'm trying. You died because I kind of rushed right to the end.
Yeah, you kind of rush past everything.
See, that's the Trixie.
Yeah, I mean, I might
Yeah,
end up liking Ophelia when I get to her. I don't see why I wouldn't. It's not that I don't like her. And it's not that I don't like the interest. It's just that it's that.
She's not high on your priority because other people played her while you were hanging out, and you're like, I'd rather play my own stuff.
Yeah, that's the other people. Yeah, definitely the other people have played her type of situation.
Yeah. To be fair, if I ever, and I know why, and I don't disagree with anybody's complaints about why I don't like. Oh, that didn't work. Like I get like my dislike for Gremlins is a lot of other people's like, hey, I like that it's diverse from goblins. It's just like, yeah, but I'm a huge Gobbo fan.
I mean, there's still goblins. Let's
There's
be
still
serious.
goblins.
There's
They
still
just
goblins,
Don't have noses. And I just don't like the no-noses.
as opposed to the supersized nose that is like,
Yeah.
wow.
Look, I got a
goblin.
big fucking nose. What do you want from me? I fit in with these people. That is actually funnily enough, I recently have decided for my campaign world that I was going to spoiler for anybody who's interested in what I'm going to be doing with that campaign later, but I don't think I have that many people in chat.
It's probably just Contagion.
It's just Contagion, but he already knows because I've already told him about it. I'm planning on blowing up that world in campaign. I mean, it's something that I've told people like for a while, like, oh, I might do this in a campaign or two just to get like a world refresh. It might be happening a lot sooner than expected, just because it's like I think I've made some mistakes when I was writing this, considering it was my first my most serious attempt at building a world, and I've learned a lot from it, and I think I can do better my second time around. Just based off of feedback I've gotten from people and just like my own personal complaints of personal failings I think I have with it.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh hey, I want. You don't have ammo.
Oh, it's a gun vendor.
Yeah, I was hoping it was a bullet vendor because I was out of grenades. So, yeah, I do like. I'm a huge fan of Gobbos, and the funniest part was like I wanted to read. Part of it was just like I wanted a free redo, and I don't know why. Much like my recent idea of I want a campaign with goblins in space, so that I can play a goblin pilot. I had this idea where it's just like I kind of want to see what a Norse Scotsman would look like, or a Norse goblin would look like a goblin with Viking heritage.
I think I've seen that.
I haven't, so like the idea like intrigues me.
But
Yeah.
no, you can always let me know if you need help on design your world. I think the
Yeah,
problem
I
is too on your world, by the way, is that you designed the entire thing right off the bat.
Yeah, I did. I think, to be fair, it wasn't right off the bat. I had been designing that world for over a year and a half.
Yeah.
But I did do all of it at once, and I think the biggest failing is I put a lot of characters in it, especially characters of mine and friends, that I kind of sort of prioritized a little bit more than I should have.
Yeah.
and it felt like it was a huge failing on my part. So part of why I want to do a new world is I want to run the campaign much later in the future, where I can quietly dispose or remove like all of the characters. Like, I want the world to be in my effort to make the world a lived-in place, I got really attached to a lot of characters, and it made it really hard for me to kind of separate myself from it afterwards.
Yeah. Again, as I said, it comes from what happens when you design way too much at once.
Yeah, I've been taking a lot of courses and working on stuff, and I have new plans for the new world that I want to start with that's going to be a little bit better.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason why even in my own design, you start with the player's immediate area and get more vague the further out you get from where your player's immediate area.
Yeah, I want to go, like, I like doing the problem was I've always felt like I wanted more from, like, your worlds. Like, I really love the worlds I get from your campaigns, but they always feel like I want more and I'm not getting them. So when I designed my world, I'm like, I want to have the more ready because this is my world. The problem is I went a little too deep in the iceberg. Yeah, we got a bunch of them that came up behind us all of a sudden.
Yeah, which again falls under the problem of it's the difference between having a. I mean that's unfortunately the world design like that though is the difference between having novel story and a player thing.
Well, that is in fact intrinsically the weakness of this campaign. Is it was specifically built in mind where it was like, oh, I'm going to write a novel in this world, and then I'm going to separate it from the player's world in that the players are going to have like a different time frame where they're hanging out in. The problem is I started writing the novel, and then all those characters became way more important than the players in it. So I want to try to separate that a bit more by just basically being like, okay, here's a world that I have that I probably will story write in, but that it's more designed for you guys.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna have social and political stuff because I like that stuff. Like when I design a world, that was some of the fun was designing. I like designing what races are, what their nations are like, and kind of the world built around them, and then kind of stepping back from there and making smaller stuff. But I did discover when chit-chatting and making just a smaller campaign design for some other friends and making basically this one like Western style desert city, I'm just like, this desert city feels like it has more heart and soul in it than the entirety of one of my nations.
Which again is
the entirety of most of my nations.
Yeah, which is the problem of, as I say, it's the difference of scope.
Yeah.
When you design the entire world at once, the smaller scope gets lost.
Yeah. But that's also why for my Starfinder campaign, I didn't build it with the intent of writing a story, though I might. I literally built like each nation, and then I built the world that I'm just like, this is where the players are going to mostly hang out and go from there. Though, to be fair, my Starfinder idea literally rips off like every fucking sci-fi game.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay.
Yeah, I have a lot of inspiration from Stellaris and Halo and RimWorld and like just different games and ideas that I've played over time that are sci-fi related. And the whole premise of that idea was like, I want a goblin pilot who was once part of a goblin super soldier program.
Yeah.
And I want it more competent than most of the goblins that I see. And I built that, and that was basically like, here's my ground premise, I built a universe around him.
Really?
Oh, I don't want to use up all this ammo, so we'll switch guns. Yeah, no, you can go fuck yourself.
Okay.
Come on. But yeah, that's also kind of the difference in how you and I approach world building.
Yeah.
My big idea is I don't want to put like my idea is going forward, I don't want to try to build like an ancient legend, which I think is where I kind of really fucked myself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of be like, these are things that might exist later, but I'm going to keep very vague as legends can be.
Yeah.
And then maybe expand upon it in the spot.
Well, I would say too, just like change of scope too. If you really want, if you still can do your politics and stuff like that, do a city. Keep your players confined to a city, and then only do it, and then overly design your city.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like the concept of it's called Rampart. And it's basically like the concept of this world is kind of like it's a small western town that really, while it takes outsiders, it doesn't like having them.
Yeah.
And the whole it's got exports and imports, and it's got its own set problems with local orcs and goblin infestation, as well as like bandits trying to just ransack the town because the town's located on an oasis, which means it has access to some of the only water supplies for miles. And I'm literally like, I built this one town that I was just like, this is an idea I had for like a fucking like level 1 to 4 campaign. I put together specifically to play with like 1 or 2 people as like a have an adventure here, and I'm just like, this thing I put together in 30 minutes feels like it has more spirit than like 2 of the nations I spent literally weeks on trying to get it all set up, and it's just because I gave it more. I'm more focused on what can be done here and creating small problems for the players to work on, rather than building a world to write a story in and then running a campaign in it. And I think that was like the big specific difference in scope that made Murtai feel flat to me and make me be like, I want to blow this up and start over. Oh, I spoke a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Happens. You talk a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, as I said, scope, man, scope. Oh,
Yeah.
it's all about the scope.
Yeah. So yeah, my new world I'm kind of building up. I know you do, but like the new version of Murtai, which is definitely going to be more, like I'm basically going to do one more season in the old one to kind of like, oh, okay, he's got werewolves, I forgot about that.
Those are worse cags, sir, not wolves.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, let me just fucking get out my silver inked pen real quick. I do think the funnest concept I ever came up with for killing a werewolf was like a character finding silver, like the silver coins you get.
Yep.
Rooting around and finding the ones that were actually pure silver, beating open the werewolf's skull, and before it could regenerate back, just stuffing it full of silver coins.
Oh, yeah, that could definitely work.
Fucking regenerate from this motherfucker. It's not silver. Yeah, well, I broke his skull open and shoved pure silver coins in there. What the fuck do you want me to do about it? And I approached it like the same way that like pennies are made, where it's just like, oh yeah, no, older silver coins are actually made out of silver. So I didn't take the non-silver coin, or the silver-coated coins, just the actual pure silver coins.
Yeah. I mean, that's even a real world fact. Old
Old
coin.
pennies are made with copper and actually worth more than pennies are made. Not by much, but it was enough when you're making that many pennies all at once that it was costing you more money than it was worth.
Yeah. But the same goes for silver. Silver coins were actually silver.
Yep, silver coins were silver until they realized it was cheaper to just coat. I believe
the
it
copper,
was
though.
lead.
Yeah, lead or something.
No, I believe it was lead. Because I think it was like a really bad metal for you, but they would coat lead or iron with silver and it would work just as well. There's a badass at the end of the trail, by the way.
Oh, so there is.
I don't mean to block the screen, I'm just body blocking specifically for you because I can take the hit. Alright, now I'm dead.
Press on the Twitter. If I have to get out
Get
of
back up.
bed and kill you, I sure as hell will. Yeah,
I have to get out of bed and kill you.
So what?
I can't say too much. I've done that. Taking phone calls from the bed. Mostly when it's work, it's just like, I'm sick. What the fuck do you want?
Hey, what do you want?
Your attention. What do we want it right this second? Fuck you. I'm
Go
sick.
fuck you.
Oh, I'm gonna kill myself.
Ow. I'm dead. You're back up.
Yeah, it's because, like, my pistol can one-shot the regular zombies, so I just try to find one and just, like, cripple them.
Oh, that put me pretty far fucking
Oh, there's
back.
another badass here. Of course there is.
It put me pretty far back. Is the last checkpoint, apparently, so... It's gonna be a minute.
Yep. The problem is that's blood force trauma, and you actually have to pierce skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna keep coming infinitely. We do want to make forward progress. I was just trying to wait for you.
For me? Yeah!
But, yeah, I mean...
Of course, just wait. What?
What? I mean, it could be the
Blue
one world
Moon.
in which I was designed, but I never actually ended up running because we switched games.
Was that the animal one that you were working on?
That would be one case, but it's not the current case I'm thinking of.
Oh, I'm guessing there must have been one more recent.
Yeah, there was a recent one where I was making a world for a D&D game, and then we switched to Monster of the Week, so...
Oh, was that this one?
No.
That we're in on Saturdays?
No,
I'll feel bad.
that's the other game in which I'm actually running right now.
Yeah. I was about to say, 'cause like Saturday, I was just like, I just need a break. Can you just run? And I'm like, I don't care what you run. If it's D&D, it's D&D.
Look at this shit.
Torg. Is that a Torg sniper rifle? That is a Torg sniper rifle.
Doesn't Torgs use explosive rounds?
Usually.
There's a guy vomiting at us from somewhere that I can't see.
Behind us.
I think there's one super far in front of us too, but I'm just trying to get around to killing Ned. Yeah, so I think I'm going to take that approach where it's just like, I'm going to build some nations with some plots and themes going on in them and kind of give, like, I want to give I want to give motivations to the societies as a whole.
Yeah. But then again, for design, all you really want to do is pick the city, your starting city, and
Wait,
start
what?
there.
Is this a fucking claptrap we're fighting?
Probably, maybe.
Fuck you.
Yeah, no, there's a scope. It's all about scope. No, I would say, so there's another game in which I'm in, or that I'm running right now, that's another Monster of the Week game, which actually hasn't happened over a month and a half because of scheduling and stuff like that. But at first we were going to do D&D, but then we're like, you know, some of you have never played role-playing games before in your life, and what's probably an easier game to have you make characters for? Monster of the Week. So let's do Monster of the Week instead.
Yeah, I had a similar thing for a while where it's just like, oh, new campaign? Okay, we're playing World of Darkness because this is actually a lot easier for me to teach you how to roleplay when you don't have to worry about if your character's going to be dead.
Yeah.
Well, you got me out of bed. Now I'm just pissed off. I love slippers. I love to wear them. Now I'm just gonna have to kill you.
No, not missing.
I blew myself to hell and back.
Whoops.
D&D is super easy on a narrative level to understand, but it actually takes time to know what these huge numbers mean.
From someone who has run D&D or completely new people, it's not as easy as you think it is, especially in character creation.
Yeah, character creation requires its own session, even with experienced people sometimes.
You smell like popcorn. Now I'm pissed.
Turns out he's a bad guy. Who knew? I did. Where's my grenade launcher?
Like, honestly, again, people give it a lot of crap, but the one thing Fourth Ed also did really well was simplify its character creation for completely new players.
Oh, hey, we killed him. Oh, no, wait, never mind. Wait, did we kill him again? I just swore it just... Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the
never
objective
mind.
is kill him again?
Yeah. Hold on, I got a level from that.
I've taught new people it's super easy. Give them Cliff Note versions. Yeah, even
the problem
doing
is
Cliff
that
Note
you're not-
versions.
Well, my problem with the Cliff Notes version is congratulations, you haven't taught them D&D.
But even then, like, and I'm not just talking about adults. I've also tried teaching kids it.
Yeah. I find World of Darkness is much easier if you're trying to teach somebody how to roleplay, because the focus is definitely more on, like, not rolling dice, but cleverly solving problems with the skills you have on hand.
And if you want to talk about really actually super fucking easy, again, Monster of the Week, powered by the Apocalypse. You hand them a checklist, go pick 3 options. Done.
Yeah.
That is character creation. Undead.
Yeah. Okay.
That hit really hard.
Yeah, your health disappeared. Nope, come here. Come here. You're fighting me now.
Yes, but are you going to remember? Are you going to remember the tomato explanation?
I don't remember the tomato. I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's the,
Where?
you know,
Punching you.
strength is how you make this. Yeah, wisdom is, you know, real is, you know, salsa, or, you know, and then like charisma is just, you know, convincing people that it's just, oh, I'm down. And I instantly died. Got it.
Yeah, no, this is it. If you get downed, you get instant downed.
And it put me all the way back at the beginning of the...
Yeah, there's not a save point between here and there. It's not that far. It's just annoying.
It's annoying, because every other boss fight, it puts a save point at the boss point.
Between here and the last part. I do like the game, like, intentionally fakes you up by being like, oh, you won! Here's the cutscene stuff faster.
Yeah. I mean, again, you think that's super easy. It's usually actually surprisingly not.
And again, it's more like just getting the, like... It's... I feel like the hard part is, like, getting people to do it, which is why usually on my first time, if I'm teaching somebody D&D for the first time, I actually don't use point buy, I use just roll dice. What class do you want to play? Don't worry about it, just roll dice first.
Yeah. Or the other trick is in that situation too, you're not actually
Ah, you stupid sack of shit. Ned's undead, baby. Ned's undead.
The Vault Hunters had stopped the evil doctors.
there really isn't much to these DLCs in this first game, is there?
Yes, yes, whatever you say.
This is probably the
Where was
most
I?
in-depth, like,
Oh.
storyline DLC.
And so,
But
Dr. Ned was stopped. Thanks to the
try to think.
courageous
Yeah, say you think that's super easy, but trust me,
That doesn't make any sense.
There are people out there who even will
Bedtime,
still even have a hard time with that. Because they're just overwhelmed by options. Like, it doesn't matter how easy you explain it when you overwhelm them with options, which is the problem that happens in D&D, is that it's still they're still going to end up being overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Hence why I find, Monster of the Week is even easier in that, because literally you go, here is, all right, question 1, A or B. Question 2, A or B. Question 3, A or B.
Yeah. Ugh.
And again, as I said, that is one thing 4th Ed actually did really well compared to every other editions.
Yeah.
Because 4th Ed straight up was that style of thing. Oh, you pick a class. Congratulations. At level 1, you have your choice of one of these 3. Done.
Yeah. I think let's just move on to the next DLC.
Sure.
I'm just trying to figure out how to remove stuff, and I don't think you can. I think you're just stuck with it.
Yeah, you're stuck with it in your quest log until you're just stuck with it until it's completed.
Yeah, I'm trying to get over to there because that's where the fucking teleporter is. Tank. I hope. Jesus Christ, I hope. Because fucking hell, I don't want to run back up that hill. Perhaps not.
Where the fuck did you guys come from?
What the fuck happened to you?
Apparently I got swarmed by 3 zombies without even realizing it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the teleporter too, which I think I'm near it.
You might be near it. I'm not near it. Here's a spawner, but teleporter.
Oh no, this is Dead
Another
Haven.
quest marker.
That's a quest marker.
Ah.
Sending us to Dead Haven.
Yeah, no thank you. I think
Listen, there have been times when even, telling people in even simpler systems, I have a hard time, but...
Alright, I set a yellow waypoint.
But, no, as I said, it's not as easy as you think.
Yeah, I like D&D as a system because I think it's really worked out very well. I think I've definitely grown to much prefer what people like to, and I call this 3-5 syndrome personally, just because there's a lot of people who are just like, oh, 3-5 is the superior system. I think 3-5 just has a lot of choices that people can kind of, with experience, find stuff that they like because there's just so much to choose from.
Yeah.
And the same with Pathfinder 1. I've played a lot of Pathfinder 2. I like Pathfinder 2 specifically as a DM because designing encounters on the fly is very easy.
Yeah.
I just grab a template for whatever level the players are at and just throw something together very quickly, and then that's it. But I did notice that a lot of my players just did the same 3 things in combat over and over again. In fact, the healer didn't even heal with spells. Their fucking medic skill was so over the top that they just healed people with medicine. Okay. Titan's in? I think
Maybe.
that's not...
We'll find out. We'll find out when we zone in there.
I think that's Kung Flu Evil Claptrap storyline. Or it's the other area located in the arid Badlands. I don't remember.
Might just be the other area located in the arid Badlands, which is what it looks like.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's, I don't know. It's the thing.
Try that one.
Okay. Let's say I've been playing D&D since 2001. So
I find it funny that you started the same age I did when I got into D&D.
yeah.
Our story
There we
began
go.
when the Hyperion
Found it.
Corporation decided they'd had enough of the treasure hunters. With the vault on lockdown, they had served their purpose, and now they were a drain on the economy. Why pay full price for weapons when you can take a 5-finger discount off the nearest corpse? Hyperion was looking to clear up the drain, but those guys were one tough hairball.
I thought you said the treasure hunters were the drain. Now they're the hairball?
Well, yes, you see, the treasure hunters were blocking the flow of, and the grimy buildup of money.
That's the one I
and-
keep forgetting.
metaphor
I keep forgetting
stinks.
Wong is the
Shut up!
master.
Point
Oh, yeah,
is,
Wong is the
Hyperion had a
master.
plan. The treasure
Like,
hunters
I
could
find
handle
more
all
forgetting
manner
just
of
like,
beastie,
Whizbang,
bandit, and
that's
battalions,
right. 'Cause I'm like,
but they
there's
weren't
Maw,
expecting.
and then there's
The interplanetary
Brew,
ninja
and
assassin
then there's
Claptrap.
Zoraida.
This
Who more is like a
Claptrap
full-time
was
Neverborn, but
programmed
they
to take
just
our
gave
boys
her
out
the keyword.
indirectly,
I'd rather they take
trapping,
her-
poisoning,
Yeah.
spreading
I'd
catty
rather they
rumors
take
around
away the Bayou
town.
keyword from
Nothing
her
was off
and
limits.
give us a
He
new Bayou
was
person
smart,
instead.
too smart.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
He looked
Unfortunately,
around, didn't
nah,
like
they're
what he
gonna
saw.
keep her
Claptrap's
there
being
'cause she's the
subjugated,
Bayou Witch, so-
humiliated, obliterated. What we call programming, he called slavery. So he rallied his fellow Claptraps and turned them against their corporate masters. What started as a rebellion became a revolution. And take a wild guess who Hyperion called to clean up the mess.
Is it me? I think it's me.
It's probably us. So that they can then double cross us afterwards and kill us because they still don't like us. I'm betting.
Of course not. Yeah, so
Listen, I've dealt with people in which even that you go, well, what do you want to play as a character? And I'm like, I don't know. Because again, they're overwhelmed by options. They can be
Atomic
anything.
batteries to power, turbines to speed. Ooh, I wonder what this does.
it's a brain in a jar.
This brain thing.
Also, hi Trish, I missed you.
I'm going to need a nuclear reaction to generate the 1.21. Oh, hey, hello! Welcome to my secret lab. Secret lair? Terror Pavilion. Yes, I like that one best.
It would just take one bullet.
Experimentation. Maybe dabble
You don't get to kill her.
Head down to the Hyperion.
She's my waifu. Okay, you don't get to kill her.
In no way morally represented
She
secret project.
continues to remain way too irrelevant, even in 3. Like all the way through 3.
Easier than stealing candy from a dead baby. I'm kinda sad that she's irrelevant.
Not
But-
irrelevant. No, she remains relevant.
Oh, like more relevant than she should is what I think what you meant.
Yeah. Like even in 3, like especially what they do with her in 3. I'm like,
Is she even more crazy than she was in 2? Because she was pretty around the fucking.
no, not more crazy. This is more of a physical change that apparently happens to her.
Oh.
Not apparently. It does happen to her. But she ends up yeah. Like she doesn't, and it's not that they kill her and make everybody sad around. No, it's even more that it's the opposite end.
Oh, they make her sane and that and don't keep the crazy,
Nope.
or she's tragic and abused all the time.
No, she does get kidnapped though.
All right, I'm out of guesses, so just spell it out. It's been a very
Turns
long
out
time
she's a
since I played.
siren.
Oh.
And not just any siren, she's the siren that inherits the powers after
Other sirens die.
well, she inherits the powers of Angel.
Oh. Wait, I thought that when sirens die,
Yeah, another one
newborn
activates because there is always six. There is always 6 of them in the universe.
Right, but I thought when they died, it went to newborns. Like I was just like, oh, Angel's dead. I guess we're not seeing this power for fucking ever.
That's hella spoilers. Yes, we know it's hella spoilers. He asked though.
I mean, it's hella spoilers for a game that I really am going to like. I'm either going to enjoy the journey or I'm not at this point. Like, it's not really something that I didn't look forward to 3 enough that when it came out, I didn't like pick it up. I picked it up on sale like 2 years later. After continuing to be like, oh, well, I waited until it was on sale at Steam of as a bike fighter stab.
And as opposed to anyone else in chats, there's no one in my chat right now.
I'm in your chat.
As I said, there's no one else in my chat.
I guess to beat a metaphor, I got mad at 3 when it came out on the Epic Store, not the Steam Store at the same time. I get it, Epic makes Borderlands, but like, come on.
I don't make
and then
Borderlands.
On top of that,
it's just Unreal Engine.
I thought
Gearbox makes is Borderlands.
Oh, Gearbox was. But then like they were like Epic Store exclusive and be like, oh, it'll come to Steam eventually, and my response was just like, oh, so the game's not releasing until like April of like 2020 when
You
it's
like
released
everybody
on
else?
Steam. Yeah. Claptrap Freedom Fighter. Jesus Christ, they have some fucking range.
But yeah, so he doesn't care about spoilers, that's why we don't tell. No, the way sirens work is there's 6 of them because there are 6 different powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 2K publishes it.
Angels is technology, right?
Yeah, Angel is the technology one.
And Lilith is fire.
Yep.
The new one's his power is being an octopus.
Being an octopus.
Also being hella thick.
The answer is just she's force. It would be if you want to think of it in elemental ways. Hers is fourth.
Yeah, I don't remember
Maya is shadow because she can stealth, if I recall correctly, amongst other things.
I think she's stealthy. I always built her as a heal bot, but I think she is stealthy.
Yeah. But I think hers is essentially like shadow or something like that. Or we also have to remember her powers were actually a lot more healing oriented. So.
Yeah. There's a lot of shit going. Oh my god.
But yeah, no.
Fuck off.
Tannis basically inherits Angel's powers.
I'm kind of mad that they didn't just make a new character that inherited her powers rather than just giving it to Tannis.
Oh no, they did that with Maya's powers.
I mean, at least they didn't just give it to fucking Tiny Tina for some random fucking reason.
No, it's the completely new character that, again, they tried to put, again, they killed off Maya to really force that we are totally going to want to like this character more than we like Maya, even though she's not Maya.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's certain phase ability.
Man, these guys hit really surprisingly hard. I didn't actually do this DLC the first time around.
I never did this one. I said the only DLC I technically did was General Nox's.
I did Ned's, which is why I suggested it, because it was Halloween time and Ned's was Ned's. God, there is a fuck ton of claptrap shooting at me.
And Hyperion soldiers. Also
yeah,
shooting.
But they're mostly shooting at you.
Yeah, it's phase connect or something like that. She can connect to machines and can control machines. And then Amara's phase slam.
Master Samurai came at me with fists.
And punch gloves.
This one came at me with a knife at least.
Yeah.
Stop shooting me, you Hyperion bastard.
Fish. Can you pick up a new head cosmet? No.
You can.
Oh, I thought I picked one up off the ground, but it doesn't look like it's in my inventory. She phase slams. The phase locking is really just her casting Big Beast Grasping Hand.
I mean,
it's a good spell.
all
You
I
might
can
as well
think is
cast
order
it.
the stick. I'm summoning Bisbee's penetrating tentacles. Wait, what? Oh, that was dumb. I love Order of the Stick. I think it's finally ended or ending.
I thought it ended years ago.
No, it kept going for a while. Like I think it ended, but I think the ending was like super recent.
Oh.
It got delayed for a long time because apparently he really injured his writing hand after his huge thing he was doing.
Uh-huh.
And apparently his hand is fine.
Finally
now,
fine again.
Fine enough to continue art. Didn't work. Oh, you're right here.
You're good.
It will be when these guys die. I was coming up here mostly to just see what was up here because I've never been here before.
Yeah, I have no fucking clue
Mostly
what's up here
ammo.
either.
I think this is where the bandits came to hide when shit got real.
Probably. There definitely was a couple bandits up here that we killed.
Oh, wow, I forgot they get ranged attacks.
Where are you?
I had started
Not
heading
you.
back down.
The
Oh.
dude over there.
There's a lot of them vaguely looking at us, but I'm just mostly moving on here. I don't want to use my rockets. Alright, I'm gonna move forward while you do the sniping.
Accuracy. Sniper accuracy, come on. I hear the bullets
You're the
being...
guy shooting
Where
at
are
you.
you shooting? Stairs. Stairs! Dude, right behind you.
Alright.
No, there'd have been stairs. Yeah, stairs, the one weakness of Claptrap.
Oh, that was the best thing that happened in 2. It's just like screaming about stairs. Alright, there's component 1. At least we're not vaguely far from 2.
For me?
Shotgun? Caustic shotgun.
I don't need a shotgun.
I will take it then.
Yeah.
I mean, it's things. It's stuff and things.
Yeah. This one definitely devolved into the episode of we're gonna talk a lot about D&D and making campaigns and then also running campaigns.
Yeah.
My big thing is I really want to sit down and just learn Pathfinder 1 and maybe get the books in the comic store.
Yeah.
Because I like 2. I think if I was to introduce somebody to a D20 system going forward, I would start with like Pathfinder 2. Or if I wanted a simple system for people to just relax with.
I mean, honestly, you start with the one that everybody knows about.
I mean, yeah, D&D is fine, and 5th Ed's actually not that bad. I complained about 5th Ed because it's more harder for the GM than it is for the players, like very specifically.
It wasn't from what I found, but okay.
I always found it, maybe it's just because my players are dummy intelligent and fucking able to just like fucking wreck any like plan I put in front of them. But I always had the hardest time making encounters for my groups where you guys actually had like a challenge.
Yeah. Again, I think that's more of a who you're playing with.
Yeah.
Not to brag or anything.
Maybe a little bit of bragging.
Maybe a little bit of bragging of how much we overly know these games.
Yeah. I mean, there was an entire Pathfinder 1 campaign that lasted like 2 weeks, and I'm just like, you guys fucking mowed down like 20 guys in like 2 fucking minutes, and I did 0 damage to you. Using literally things that are just like, oh, these are CR their level. It should take a fourth of their fucking resources with a team of 4 people to do it. It's just like, yeah, I used none of their resources.
Yeah. Well, that's where you
used their resources, but by the end, they were able to be like, okay, we're gonna take a rest and then get up and kill them.
Yeah. We haven't even done the new little trick that I've learned recently of how to torture your GM.
Which is?
Abusing rope trick.
I've heard of this, but I don't know it.
So rope trick is a spell that creates a extra dimensional pocket in which uses any normal rope that turns the rope basically as a climb up into an extra dimensional pocket, and the only way to go into it is up the rope. So what you do is you cast it in combat, and then you have your familiar, something preferably with either climb speed or like an octopus or something like that. And so the point is, you cast it, and then you climb up the rope into your extra dimensional fortress. You then, all right, have your familiar with its held action to go after you. Basically, what it does is it then climbs up the rope behind you, and then it pulls the rope up into the pocket so that nothing can get to you in this extra dimensional plane. And then on your next round, basically you drop the rope down a little bit, slide out of the extra dimensional pocket that no one can touch you in again, shoot a fireball or something, or just whatever, and then you climb back up into the hole afterwards. And then you have your familiar retract the rope back up into the hole so that nobody can get to you.
I'm just gonna roll if you fucking do that. Oh fuck, there's a turret.
Yeah, there's a turret over there.
Hi, bye. There's a health thing right the fuck over there.
Alright, turret's gone.
Now. I'm at 6 health. I'm now at a significantly higher health, but I need to let that regen a little bit before I jump down there.
Oh yeah,
that's not nearly as much.
You do that terrible plan.
I think my response to that is if you pull the rope in, the extra dimensional portal pops and you fall down. That would be my response if you were intentionally trying to do it to be a dick.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a really nice pull. Anything worth it? I think I'll take the other one.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, rules. Unless you're playing rules as written, at which point rules as written, that's a terrible plan that works.
Yeah, I know rules as written. I would say as a GM, I'm like, I'm not letting you just have free explosive actions. Okay, that just ruins the entire experience and work I put into this encounter.
Oh, you're not having free actions. The answer is you're just completely untargetable because you're in another dimension.
But that ruins the experience that I'm crafting for you here. Okay, bad mother maniac. Didn't even know that was a level you could attain.
Apparently.
Luckily, badasses are stopped by like fucking just weight of fire most times. That would be how I as a GM would handle it. Is it's like, I'm not being like mean because you're being a spellcaster. I'm being a dick because you're making the sheer hours of time I spent putting into this game worthless. Because if I can't target you and you can freely fireball me,
the problem
why even bother? You're just gonna do that to the boss and win.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the gravity wall slam. The problem is with the gravity wall slam. If I recall correctly, reverse gravity is a higher level spell. So yes, that is a fun trick. Unfortunately, that's going to be at a higher level in which you do that.
Yeah, and also depending on how high a level, you might not see it. I think lately the highest campaigns I've been lucky to see are 14, and that's been like once in 5 years.
Yeah, most games I know of stops around 12.
Yeah. And I'm mostly happy. I actually like the campaigns that stick between the 5 to 8 level. Like,
yeah.
Coming up, like, I like 12, I think, really a lot better. Like, one that starts at, like, 5 to 8 and goes to 12, because you can have a chance to really experiment with an idea, but you won't get to that, like, god tier level that kind of makes it, like, well, here's your Tarrasque. It's got a AC of, like, 42 and 20,000 health.
Halt. Put down your weapons.
I say the difference in which I think of is like, so the rope trick is only like a first or second level spell.
Yeah. Okay, I guess you are fighting us.
Get over there. No.
Nope. But I'm gonna shoot him in the fucking shins all I want.
Hyperion super bad soldier.
Yeah. Oh wow, he hits really fucking hard.
Yeah, apparently. Come on, heal. Heal. Yeah, reverse gravity. All you're thinking of is reverse gravity. And prismatic walls. As I say, you're looking at like 5th level spells to be able to pull that off.
God, I didn't want another one of you zoomy bastards. Alright, let's go find my Borderlands 1 waifu.
But
yeah.
Or of course there's the other trick you could always do. You play a life domain cleric. And you take the arcane initiate feat, or not arcane, divine, the magic initiate feat, pick druid and gain good berries.
I don't mind that as much.
At which point your good berries are healing around 4 hit points per good berry instead of 1.
Yeah, I'm not as upset about that.
Well, that's not.
I don't mind my healers being really good and making damage like useless, because it means I have like the safety net of not needing to worry about my characters dying as easy if I overtune something.
Yeah. Well, the answer is that's just a fun one, whereas the previous one is designed to say have your GM go screw you.
Yeah, screw you. The bubble pops and you fall 30 feet.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna go look up the rules for fall damage. This is how much you pissed me off.
Greetings. This is Mr. Blake,
These parts
Senior
should let
Vice
me reroute
President
the
in charge of
Omega-13
mercenary
device to the
relations
snooze
and
button
tourism
without
for the Hyperion
sacrificing the nuclear
Corporation.
payload.
You
If you
know,
find any more,
the
send them
company
my way.
whose troops you just ruthlessly slaughtered. I like that.
Like you
Choose
don't know me.
initiative.
They're spies.
Meet me at the Hyperion Tourist
Yeah, you take fall damage from reverse gravity.
Worth your while.
It's 60-10, not 60-10. You're looking at a D6 per 10 feet of fall. What's great, so reverse gravity, they take the fall damage if they hit a ceiling, and then they take the fall damage from, when the spell ends. Like, you don't even need the prismatic wall. If you're in, like, a vaulted ceiling cathedral, like most big bads are. Because if I also recall, reverse gravity is a 120-foot cone. Or not cone, 120-foot cylinder.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting here with my trickster cleric in a campaign with undead being like, you think I could talk my GM to let me do acid damage instead of poison? Like, I'm not worried about breaking the game. I just want my character to be useful.
You knew we were playing Strahd with undead.
I didn't think it was gonna be that useless. Like, I did a lot more with my other spells than I did using that one ability. If, like, the problem is, it's not just Strahd. Like, Strahd specifically makes it tough. But, like,
There are more missions available at the Hyperion.
there are way more monsters that resist or immune to poison by 3 times more than the next one, and I think the next one's fire.
Well, yeah, exactly. But yeah, poison is the worst option in D&D.
It's like, hey, here's a concept people will like. Characters that use poisons to hurt people or damage people. Let's not let them have it.
Hyperion is, of course.
They did eventually release a feat that lets you ignore resistance to poison.
It lets you ignore resistance, but there's still about 100 monsters that are just straight up immune to poison, including most undead.
Yeah.
So it's just like, sweet, here's a feat that lets me kill about 40 more things than you could before, but still ultimately be useless. I think we gotta go out of town the other way.
Yeah, it looks like it.
So it's why I'm like, can I swap poison for acid? Because it's like, it does a similar, like, conceptual thing, but doesn't, like, isn't overly broken because there's still stuff that can be resistant to or immune to it, including in Curse of Strahd, like, specifically. Honestly, she was a really fun character, and I'd totally play her again. I'd totally play her again in Curse of Strahd. Don't go that way. It's a cliff.
Yeah. That's why fire's the second worst resistance to have.
Right, but people don't complain about fireball.
No. I say the two of them are fire and poison. Poison being the top, followed by fire.
Well, poison's the top, not just from like, poison also has a lot of immunities. Fire doesn't have that many things that are immune to it, just a lot of things that resist it.
Hey,
which is why the feat that lets you ignore fire is so good.
Or, just by example, look at the player-based characters. How many player-based characters or base player characters are immune to fire, or resistant to fire, versus poison?
Okay. Did they just fucking reprogram fucking bandits?
It looks like it.
I love it. I'm here for this.
You have, like, more that are resistant to poison or immune to poison than you do have a fire, even in the base player character races.
Yeah. I think, aren't dwarves just straight up immune to poison?
Oh, they're resistant.
Oh, okay.
Dwarves are resistant. I mean, I guess you gotta count Dragonborn for both, because they're usually resistant to whatever their element of their heritage is.
Yeah. Did it just say, come with me if you want to live?
Maybe? Yeah, PCs, as in player characters. Player races.
Player races, like Dwarf, or Dragonborn.
Or gnomes. Any of those is what we're talking about. The only thing that has fire resistance is Dragonborn and, like, Fire Genasi.
Specifically.
Wait, no, I'm also forgetting tieflings. That's right. You can be fire resistant with tieflings.
Yeah. Right, but I think it's like, I think one of the variants of tiefling specifically isn't, though.
It's
Or
it's
actually,
cold.
I think it's one of the variants is, the base one isn't.
It's basically you have a choice of fire or cold.
Yeah.
Depending on your heritage.
I'm a fan of tieflings. If I wasn't such a small race fan, I'd probably play more tieflings. I'm a huge fan of Tiny is Mighty.
It's like
That's why I have to keep resisting getting fucking moongrots. Just because it's like I like goblins, I just don't want to paint that many goblins.
Scared? More than a few brave men have turned chicken at Sanders Gorge, and even more have made that truly awful joke.
I mean, if you really want on this, hold on. We'll solve this right now. Let's get actual numbers. Let me go to fucking D&D Beyond. Let's go to search or play. Game rules. Monsters. All monsters. Let's see here.
Oof. And I like that one video of the Tanuki podcast where they talked about poison resistance for a long time.
That's all we fucking do. Talk about shit by a long fucking time.
Oh god. I want to see the Brewmaster versus McMorning poison train. I just want to see it. I think it would be so fucking dumb.
What? Are you gonna give me a number?
And you take 5 damage, and you take 5 damage, and you take 5 damage.
Right. Poison resistance. There's, let's see here, 5 pages of monsters that are poison resistant. And now fire resistant. All right, there are 10 pages. All right, fine. Fire wins.
That's resistance, though, not including immunities.
That's true. But that's also, I think that I don't know how to, there's more than double the pages, though.
Yeah. The answer is there's a lot of things that resist fire, but not as much that are immune to fire, whereas there's a crap ton that are immune to poison. And while there is a feat you can take to ignore both resistance to poison and resistance to fire, the resistance to fire wins is a lot more useful than the other way around.
But anyways, the original point of the argument, he chose poison damage in a Curse of Strahd campaign.
Yeah, I know. I should not have said. To be fair, I didn't choose Trickster for the poison damage. I chose Trickster for the Pass Without Trace, which was incredibly useful in that campaign. we use that all the time. Honestly, I would say utility-wise, I was probably slightly more useful than you, but I think you got a lot more out of combat than I did.
I was playing a wizard. I don't know what you're talking about utility-wise.
Well, I mean, like, I was able to make the whole party sneak around, not just make myself really good. Make just me really good.
I knew things like tiny hut and stuff like that. We could sleep without being spied upon.
This was true. This was very true.
Which is a very important thing when it comes to dealing with Strahd.
Well, yeah, because it also gave us a place where we could say Strahd's name without worry.
I don't think he liked me. Well, shit, look at that.
I remember reading somewhere how poison was just like a way worse thing than. I don't remember. It was one of those like D&D sites of if you're picking Trickster Cleric, you're not going to use this specific ability that everybody else enjoys.
Yeah.
To be fair, clerics don't have a. Well, maybe Forge clerics do. I don't actually know.
You have a what?
have an ability to basically add fire damage to their attacks. Most of them add radiant damage, but that changes depending on some of the ones. Like Trickster gets poison, I think.
Storm gets thunder.
Storm gets thunder. Storm clerics are fun.
Right. Storm clerics are definitely the fun one. Well, here's what you really do. So you do what I do.
You play a half orc and you just knock people around.
Yeah. Always have an immune to poison, easily most of it being undead constructs, which being high level except undead, occasional constructs. Yeah, which the same thing goes for fire, most of them being devils and demons.
Devils, demons, and then everything else being an elemental or sharing the elemental line. But that's also like 20 more pages than fire, and most of them being undead means a campaign with oh, you were right behind me. Oh, fuck these things. I think that room we were in, we actually want to go in. I thought I saw you, like, further ahead.
Oh, no.
Okay, we can just go back up this hill and fight these fucking claptraps. But yeah, you don't want to be in a campaign with, a Trickster Cleric. And, actually, in the pre-released, campaigns, Strahd, Asmodeus, Giants, and oh god, Underdark. If you're being a Trickster Cleric, you're not being it for the poison damage. You're being it for the stealth party utility. Very specifically, the stealth party utility.
And all humans will, not. Viva Free Pandora! Viva la Revolution!
Okay, Claptrap, calm your tits.
Y'all didn't do these in order? Nah, we haven't even played them all yet.
We just fucking picked whatever one we wanted.
Yeah, and the only official campaigns we've done of D&D 5th Ed at this point was,
Oh no, I think he meant, like, do the DLC in order.
Oh, the DLC in order? No, we're not doing the DLC in order either.
We just grab whichever ones were, like, we did zombies first because it was Halloween, and then I wanted to find this one, and I don't know if we'll do the other two.
Yeah, don't know that, but the answer is
there's a fucking question mark on the map. Are you fucking serious?
I think, well, my brain just fried. What was I talking about before?
We were talking about D&D. I was talking about how if you're playing Trickster Cleric and the D&D premates, you're not bringing it for the poison, you're bringing it for the party utility.
Yeah. Which remembers the only official campaigns we've actually done at this point are some of Storm King and all of Strahd.
And some of Underdark. Because I ran Underdark.
We started like 2 sessions of it. No, we did more than 2 sessions.
Fair, no, you guys got out of the Underdark, and then we were going to switch to Storm King, and then I think we just switched campaigns to something else entirely.
Yeah.
I think we switched to Ralph running campaign.
Yeah, I think that's when we switched to Ralph.
Which, while I don't necessarily hate GURPS, I hate GURPS. Okay, actually, that's just what it is.
GURPS is not
I've never played
system.
a GURPS
there
game
they are.
I liked. Yeah, they're up. Let's see if I can heal you. Like, I sort of get GURPS on you have a lot of guys coming right at you. Can I get a pick-me-up?
Yeah, getting over there without dying myself.
I'm gonna fuck myself up and kill myself.
Stupid shields.
Yeah. The shields are way more annoying than anything else.
Yeah.
God damn it. Alright, screw it.
Fight back, Master Samurai. But yeah, no, I was gonna say we've only done a couple of the rewrite things.
Yeah,
Which...
I'm more bringing it up because it's just something that oh, we gotta go up.
Okay.
I think.
Which actually, I think I don't know. My map is not working at all right now, so.
Yeah, it says I should be able to just go through this, but I think it's one of those cases.
Circle around.
We have to go down to go up, or we're going in a big circle.
Actually, really, if we the next time we get back to 5th Ed, what we should do might have to be Iron Kingdoms, anyways.
Well, yeah, I really want to do Iron Kingdoms. All right, fucking claptrap, calm your fucking tits down. I really want to do Iron Kingdoms, especially if I could do Circle Ouroboros Warlock with a Warp Wolf, because I have a huge idea for that.
I did back that campaign.
I kind of want to. I love the Iron Kingdom setting. I think it's got a lot of potential to it, and I really do love Iron Kingdoms and Warma Hordes. I just hate. I hate the people who play it. Like I said with Malifaux, there was a reason I stopped playing Malifaux, and it had everything to do with the players and less to do with the game.
Yeah.
And then when certain players left the game, it had to do with the game's way it evolved to get people to buy stuff. Which was, we created two new factions who are so disgustingly overpowered that if you're not playing, then you're losing.
In Warma Hordes, right?
Yeah, Warma Hordes.
Okay, yeah, because they had what, the Order of the Grimalkin or whatever, and
yeah, Grimalkin and demons which just basically remember when we were talking about Malifaux, like the reason people stopped playing was just because like it took away your it took away players' agency.
Negative game experience.
Yeah, negative game experience. That's basically what demons were. Don't bother with me. I'm just gonna come back around.
Okay.
We're not very fucking far, and I spent a lot of my money recently, so I'm not super hurting from ones. I think I got one of them because I usually got experience for it.
Yep, you did. My sniper rifle doesn't even want to actually touch it.
Yeah, I'm not hitting it either.
There we go. There we go.
Right. That was a lot more effort than it was worth.
Yeah, there's Grimalkin, demons, and like Malifaux at the end of 2nd edition was starting to suffer the issue was they had too many things that would either A, just
ignore rules, or B, take away your player agency.
Take away player agency, take away straight up activations. Like it was more than just, oh, your model, like stunned used to, you know, completely remove your actions. You did nothing, and then there was all sorts of berry mechanics that people would just get people out of there. And so in 3rd edition, they're like, let's get away from that. These are terrible play experiences for people.
Yeah, unfortunately, Warma Hordes didn't learn that lesson. They doubled down on it.
Yeah. Well, the problem there, if you think about this further, is that Warma Hordes has always had the philosophy of page 5.
Yeah. Play like you got a pair, which I
play
really
like you got a pair. Play like it's always serious. There's no such thing as a fun game. Or, you know, it's always going to be competitive. And so when they release these ultra competitive stuff, they're going to double down on it. They're not going to
Yeah, but the problem is it is the power creep made it so it's just like I can't play my favorite factions. Like, one of the things I liked about 3rd was it's like I don't have to feel guilty about playing Legions of Everblight because they balanced it. Like, yeah, sure, they ignore line of sight for certain things, but they no longer can shoot through forests like they used to. Because like there was a difference now between line of sight and what's it called? There was a difference between line of sight and then also just like interfering terrain.
Once I realized where I'm being shot from, it made this so much easier.
Yeah, they're super fucking blending into the background. Okay.
Gotta say that's probably where the difference of philosophies as a game comes in.
Yeah.
Think you can stop the claptrap revolution?
Cause Weird
Weird
has always had a philosophy. They just want people to play the game.
Yeah.
And have fun. Yeah, sure. As a company, they want to sell models first and foremost. But when it comes to the game that is actually attached to their models, they're like, we want people actually playing it. We want people actually enjoying it.
Yeah. And
Hence
40K, Games Workshop, for all their vauntedness, it's just like, we just want you guys to come and spend money on our stuff. Like, these rules are to facilitate you to play games, but honestly, that's also why they have the open war rules for, like, there was a GW rep who said, yeah, you guys think all these big tournaments are what gets played more? Actually, like, 2 or 3 friends in different cities all over the place playing in their garages actually gets more play. And people were fucking flabbergasted.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, no, as fun as it is, most people actually don't play competitively in 40K. 40K, they just want to sell models. Oh, you're a...
I'm back. Wait.
What's up, Nox?
I'm back. Damn it.
Oh, General Nox from the other DLC.
Yeah. He has a lot of health.
Yeah, he does. I brought a rocket launcher. God, he's got a lot of health.
He's just not taking a lot of damage because I'm critting his head for like 200.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
A fraction of what I usually do.
Let me switch to corrosion. Oh yeah, I'm only punching him for like 100.
For growing up Doors, Mountain, and Dragonborn.
Immune and res too. Oh. Buy clap traps. Buy clap traps. Hi, Nox.
Back here, Nox.
He is super focused on me. Here, you can have them all you want.
Trying to apply some corrosive to it, maybe?
Fucking 3D glasses. Are you fucking kidding me, game?
Ow. Get away from me. Get away from me.
Yeah, Avery, I know. Ah, fucking Avery, goddammit.
Yeah,
Avery just jumped in my lap, I just wasn't ready for it.
Ah. There's like another weak point on this guy or something? Aim for the face.
I am aiming for the face. We got claptraps incoming.
Yeah, Gem Dragons are back. I got that book. Prophet Dragon D&D Beyond. My complaint is they introduced the gem lineage to everything but sorcerers. Like, they didn't give you, if you want it, there's also, for when you take a dragon bloodline, they didn't add, new gems to it. It's still just the old ones. Like, you think they would have added the gem to the Blood Sorcerer line, but nope. Yep.
I had like no strong feelings one way or the other. I'm not a Dragonborn person. Give me my precious little demon babies. All right.
I mean, I'm not really a Dragonborn person either. I mean, I'm Warforged and Changelings here.
Yeah. You're Eberron specifically.
I'm an Eberron guy.
Oh my god! Fuck off! Trap traps.
Out of ammo.
Okay, I don't want to fight you. Yeah, I don't want to fight you. You got my gun.
There you go, Nox. Here, take your grenade.
I have another one.
Got him. Finally.
Finally over. I can see a bright light.
The artifact is picked up.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Explosive.
That's just the sun. Shit.
Alright.
Taste of the pain to come to enemies of the revolution.
Level 4 explosive fire. Blood like go. Say, gem dragons have always been cool in concept, though they've always, in previous editions, they were OP as fuck, only because psionics was OP as fuck in the older editions, and the gem dragons are psionic dragons.
I'll be flat out honest. I took one look at the first edition of Psionic Girls. I hear they're a lot better.
Well, in 5th ed, they're just essentially just magic now.
Yeah.
Scion.
Well, my problem was is it was just like the first iteration of them was just so disgustingly overpowered because they could do basically everything anybody else could do.
Yeah.
But like better. Now it's just like a subclass of most of the other classes. Maybe that shotgun might replace this one. Nope. This one will though.
I mean, what it boils down to is the problem is of how you balance psionics. It's either you balance them as psionics, they're their own separate thing, which, you know, most people aren't going to be psionic, they're going to be magic, and therefore you can't do anything to stop them. Or you do all, they're just magic, at which point it's, you know, the same things, just different names.
Yeah.
Operation Trap, Clap, Trap, Trap.
Oh, I don't know if I'm going to get through this tonight, because it depends on if I'm told, oh, hey, there's just one more section, we can finish it up real quick, or if it's just like, oh, nope, that's it, I need to call it a night, because I have to get up early tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, no, psionics have always been pretty dumb. This is a fact. No matter what edition, they've always been dumb. They're not as bad as they used to be, I can tell you that.
Yeah. I think some people are gonna get mad, and I'm just like, oh, we're gonna do Pathfinder. There's no psionics on my setting, so nobody can be a psionic. And people are just gonna be like, oh, I don't want to be one. I'm like,
We
I
don't
just
want
said
to
there's no
play.
psionic.
There's no psionics in Pathfinder, is there?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't recall
But-
any classes being psionics, unless it's in one of the later books or something like that.
The one I'm more
Like, I
concerned
think they
about
added in
is
the Investigator Cthulhu book. I think they added psionics. Not like much.
Aha! Mine.
I'll just take that for so.
Let's be serious too. If you want to be psionics, you take the one that's resistance to force, because force is the most well-used spell out there. It's a fairly well-used spell type.
Flashing bright lights.
But what do we got? Yeah, I don't think Pathfinder has any psionic classes, especially in 2. That's I don't unless. Well, then again, knowing the rate at which they've released books.
There's none in 2 right now because there's like hardly any classes in 2.
Ah. Away, Bloodwing, away! Yeah, when they do. You go to fire, you can resist every single type of damage in the game. Yeah.
I'd have to look more. I mean, again, if there is, I'll just be
as
like,
I said,
no.
I think they got introduced around the time when they did the Advanced Investigators Guide or whatever that added like the Investigator and like Cthulhu stuff. They probably.
I mean, I already think gunslingers are like apparently they're really weak, but I'm just like the fact that they can just always target touch AC means that they're very regularly hitting their targets for.
The reason why they're weak, it comes down to
reloading.
Reloading, and there isn't they're reloading. So if you're in it, you don't give them revolvers.
Yeah.
But B, it not just reloading, but firearms just don't scale that well. Like, yeah, they start off doing a lot of damage, but they're like. There isn't a lot of like magic items and shit like you can do with guns, like you can do with other things. Yeah, if you want to be a benevolent GM,
you can forge like a +1. Like,
yeah. Well,
pistol.
the answer is you just apply any of the other ranged enchants to guns.
Yeah.
At which point, then you just treat them as if they were magic bows but guns. But I think like base firearms, so first the main thing is you don't give them the revolvers. Now they're down to single shots that they have to reload for, which a lot of the gunslingers did have ways to get around it. It just wasn't as it didn't scale.
Lower the bridge, break into the facility, and shut them down.
Old book psionics. Okay, like I knew there was a for a psionics book, but I think the investigator one came out first. I could completely be horribly wrong, seeing as I never really. I think Advanced Players Guide was the last time I particularly cared about collectively reading through every Pathfinder book.
Usually for Pathfinder, how I approach it is I very specifically like, you get access to any race that I've created lore for in my setting. If it's not in the base book, you can use anything in the other books. You have access to anything in the player's handbook or the Advanced Races Guide, and any errata that can make particularly weaker classes better. Like I know the Ranger is one of those hard ones it is to balance to other people, and that there's a updated Rogue that's not terrible, or there's an update to Rogue that makes it super usable. I'm fine with those changes, but I'm not a super huge fan of most of the other. Like once it gets like super crazy, I'm just like, I kind of wanna do something else instead. Okay, calm it down, my guy.
Sure, it'll be fine.
Jeez, that hits like a truck. Chucks through ammo like no one's business, but
Let's say they had and honestly, I was paying attention to Starfinder a lot more than I was Pathfinder.
I like Starfinder. I'm looking forward to running a campaign in there. I think Starfinder is going to be fun because it's like I have an idea for a story that's completely agnostic to the plot going on in the system that I created.
Yeah.
Though my Starfinder, like universe, or galaxy, I guess would be the better answer, literally started with the concept of, but what if I made goblin pilots?
Which they do make pretty good pilots, because they have dex bonus.
Yep. That was a fun campaign. I've made a home for most everyone that isn't the new races, and I've got most of the other races. I just have to like hammer out a few things. And most of it's like, here are the different galactic powers that you're going to care about. But to make it easier, you guys are working for the pseudo-benevolent, like, Star Wars Republic do not steal analog I'm using. Alright, you fucking piece of shit.
The real important question, though, do you have awakened bears?
I don't not have awakened bears. It's a whole galaxy. Who says there isn't awakened bears?
No, it's actually a player. It's actually a race that you can play, too. It's in like the second bestiary, but there is I think they're called, actually, I think they're called lifted bears. Or uplifted bears. But they're essentially awakened bears, and you can they actually have a as a player character option.
Yeah. See, short sweet answer to that is very simple. If it doesn't exist in the hegemony or on like a one world planet, it exists on the rim, and you can be it. It just might not have any sort of like political clout in like the Galactic Republic thing.
Yeah, no, they said awakened bears were, I mean, their actual lore is that some random dude decided that he wanted to have an awakened bears and accidentally made an entire race.
I could see myself just throwing that in the Outer Rim. Like I said, a lot of the fun stuff that happens in my campaigns happens in the Outer Rim. Because basically the further you get away from where basically the galactic civilization can, or galactic council can protect you, the more likely shit is to happen.
Yep.
What is this, Ned?
Damn it, Claptrap. I'm a doctor, not a mechanic.
Dr. Ned Trap.
Is he gonna turn into an undead zombie?
Didn't we just kill you?
How many times do I gotta teach you that? Holy shit, he runs on crack. How many times do I gotta teach you this lesson, old man? Viva la revolution.
I'm not making enough to watch you fall on your face all
No,
day.
shut up. Okay. The shotgun is kind of making a lot of this a little bit trivial, I'm not gonna lie.
That good of a shotgun, huh?
I mean, it rapid fires and it does pretty good damage, especially the closer I get to it. Like, the cone for it is pretty small.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm just taking out, like, 2/3 a health bar per shot.
Nice.
And I rapid fire enough that I can kill. It also has a zoom, which makes it slightly more accurate when I use it.
Like that?
Here you go, Claptrap.
Okay, calm down. Alright, that's the first one done.
You could also have the next best worst thing that's in Starfinder.
Next best worst thing.
Yeah, what are they called? Fuck. Brain.
There are a lot of races in Starfinder, and my basic response was, I'm going to take care of all the ones I want to take care of, and the rest are just going to end up in the Rim as just random races that can show up in a campaign, but are more considered rare.
Yeah. Not a goblin. Fuck. the things that are like goblins but are not goblins. They're super helpful and they have like 6 hands and what are they called?
I know what you're talking about because they exist in Pathfinder 1, but for the life of me, I can't remember their name.
Yeah, but they're like super more iconic in Starfinder.
Oh, you mean the forearm brace guys?
Yeah, they got the small fuzzy one though, not the actual player.
Okay, yeah,
they have a player stats too.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about now. They look like koalas.
Yeah, they're like neon colored koalas with like 4 arms, and they're fuzzy, and their whole point of them is they're like super helpful and super friendly, like to a fault.
There's an awful lot of these bastards.
And there's a reason why there's no more claptraps in the next game.
Well, no more but one.
No more but one.
Yeah, so my God, it's already 10:30. Pretty sure there's a phase 3 part of this plan, and I'm like, I don't have time for that. I do want to go talk to Faye before bed, though.
Right. So let's try to figure out how to get to where you are. Fuck.
Me? I am just fucking booking it to the exit. If you have a faster way to the exit, just fucking initiate it, because I just, like, left.
Yeah, no, I'm just stuck where I currently am. Trying to figure out how to get around. There it is. There's the door.
The dinosaur. That's a fucking callback song.
Everybody do the flop.
I think I used that in my FF14 raid that happened.
What? Did everybody do a flop?
We were going to get wiped, and I just knew it was about to happen. I'm just like, just remember, everyone, do the flop, and then we all died.
Ah.
I also kept singing songs that were ridiculously in line with shit that went wrong, to the point I was just like, they were just like, please stop singing it up. Like, never.
Never.
Only death music. I know something I forgot to do today.
What's that?
I was supposed to write down how Hades worked. Hades EX. Because my PF are doing
Hades Extreme.
Yeah, we're doing Hades Extreme. Okay guys, calm the fuck down. See what I mean about this shotgun just like fucking choking people?
Yep.
Greetings, consumer. Well done. Not that the Hyperion Corporation ever doubted you.
Oh, it's come with me if you want to die. That's what it is.
Come with me if you want to die.
Yeah. I don't know what he said, but something claptrap, something evil, something. Oh, please save me!
Yeah, something.
Sexy vault hunted man!
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think I heard the same thing.
Oh, I just want to find a place I can save and call it. I do want to finish this story. I just don't think I have enough in me to just finish it tonight.
Right. I bet you gotta be up early too. Anyway.
Yeah.
Because of special events.
Yeah, so yeah, I guess while we're killing people and wrapping this up, tune in tomorrow. We'll be doing, both of us will be doing separately from each other, but kind of we'll have some overlap. We'll be doing some Extra Life. I'll be starting at 8 a.m. roughly Eastern time, playing Sonic Adventure to start while I wait for everybody else to wake up and have breakfast and catch up to me and stuff, because I'm an early bird. So I'll be doing that first thing. I've got my timer set up. I've got my goal time to beat, which is 3 hours and 5 minutes. I've got... Well, that's the wrong way. I was trying to go back to Tanis. And then again, there should be like a teleporter. Oh no, wait, that's right. These are just door openings. They don't have teleporters in this one.
Oh, right. You never changed the mission. That's probably why.
That's why, yeah. Let me change the mission real quick. So I'll be starting with Sonic Adventure, going to Comp Stomp of Halo Wars that I've done 0 practice for, and we're going to be playing it on the highest level, so that'll be fun. Where I'll be playing Covenant, and my 2 roommates will be playing UNSC. Then in the afternoon, we're gonna do some Warhammer Vermintide Chaos Waste with Twitch interface. That's when I'll be joining Dr. Fox, or Dr. Fox will be joining me, and we'll be letting you guys torture us because we didn't get enough of it the first fucking time around.
No, we never do.
It was a lot of fun, to be fair. After that, I've got a couple of other small things planned, like Among Us with some friends, some, as I was saying, Final Fantasy XIV raid with Hades EX that I've been planning. Just little things like that, planned to go through. And then towards the evening, I'll be finishing up with another Sonic Adventure speedrun. This one specifically Sonic Adventure
hey, over
2.
Here. Yoo-hoo!
And then I'll be doing
I need fresher claptrap parts. These are already going stale. I'll reward you. Rip them right out of the suckers if you have to.
Okay. She's crazy, I love her. And I'll be finishing up the night mostly after that with some Total War Warhammer 2. I'll either be starting with Norska to just do as like a, oh hey, I said I was gonna do this, so let me start a fresh story, or I'll be picking up with the one I started a while ago on stream and just continue that one where I'm playing Vampire Counts, which was a lot of fun. And I did enjoy, and I do need to finish up so that I can get the achievement for beating the game with Vampire Counts. And that's it for me, for my plans. What about you, Dr. Paxo?
My major plans, I'm actually going to be over on my other channel all day. So I'm going to be over on my other channel, be playing that. My plan is my only plans, I have 3 sets of plans. And the answer is I'm going to be playing Vermintide 2 around 3 o'clock with you. And then I think around 8 o'clock, I'm going to do a community Mario Kart around then. And my only other major plan that I have is I have never played Mario Sunshine. So I am going to play Mario Sunshine start to finish. See if I can maybe beat it within a single day type of situation.
Theoretically possible. If I recall, that game's only about 15 hours long if you can do it right from start to finish.
Yeah.
It's kind of in that same realm of Sonic Adventure where it's just like, oh wow, I remember this game taking a lot longer to beat as a kid.
Yeah. It's under 2 minutes. It's like so I was trying to do Mario 64, and like I remember back in the day when it like took me forever to do things, and within the first half an hour I already fully completed the first world.
Jeez. Yeah, so please come in and donate. You can find Dr. Boxo's linked somewhere on his page, and in my About section below and my page you can find. I am halfway to my I'm halfway to my set goal. I have a set goal and a hopeful goal. So my set goal is $500. That's what I set every year, and I'm super happy if I can get it. I'm about halfway there, and then I have a goal, which is to beat last year's goal. Last year we raised $2,148 between myself and my roommate, and we're super hoping to do that again. This time between like 3 people, we're hoping to get about $3,000. We'll say, but I usually do a lot of, and I usually get a lot of fine during the stream, so we'll see how well that goes.
Yeah,
so,
I just have a goal of $100.
Yeah. Seems legit.
I don't know how well this will work. I have no experience on this, but we'll find out. Also, though, I have learned that I don't even have to have a link on my page. I do have a link that'll probably be posted around too, but there is a Twitch extension that you can install that just literally puts the donate widget right on your page.
That's what I mean in my About section. I have that widget.
Okay, yeah, I've got that widget too. So
yeah. So if you just look below, you'll find the widget. And I want to thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you'll see us tomorrow.
Put in your About for you. What?
That sounds good to me. If you want me or Dr. Fox, so either one.
Either one. Who do you want?
Yeah. Okay.
But
Have a good night.
Yeah, have a good night. Bye bye. Don't go nowhere. Or do go always out there. Stay safe. Where's my stream ending button? I'm just stalling. There it is.